Facebook. Are you in the Facebook? You're not in the Facebook.
Not in the Facebook. Good thing
I
we
will
have a
send it.
Discord for this.
Well, I'll send it to the Discord then.
I'll add him to the Facebook too.
Yeah.
What's the Discord?
I don't know.
You're in it right now.
I am.
So I just sent it into D&D live stream only. It's actually a really good resource in my opinion, at least.
If you want to join the Discord, type Discord into the chat.
Oh, are we live?
Yeah. So at the bottom of every session, it's like the thing that humans see when they go to Twitch, and they're like, who shall I give my viewership to? Who shall I pledge my fealty to? Right? But then there's a secret mini game, which is when I send out alerts to everyone who is subscribed, and they are batshit. Like, actually nonsense. And today's might be the worst one of them all. Because normally I at least put like a little bit of care and consideration into them. And there's like a little bit of gamesmanship. Like sometimes they're like, don't click it. And then like 3, line breaks. It's like, but you want to, don't you? Right?
Mm-hmm.
But today's, it's just, I literally bashed a keyboard and said, this is what I feel right now. Or something like that.
I mean, sometimes it be like that.
It's definitely like that today.
That's the first line in one of Regina Spektor songs. This is how I feel right now.
Yeah. Okay. So we're here. We are all alive.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow.
Why wouldn't we be?
Well, anyway. Yeah, do you want me to say anything? Do you want to get in for this recap?
All right. So, welcome back, everyone, to the Electric Dice podcast. We are returning. I'll go around the table and introduce players and characters. As always, we have our DM Dave. Squid is playing Twyla Durgan. Dan LA, who currently can't be seen on stream, is played Zizarak Voss. I myself am playing Yadira Garasu. Dan S playing Old Man Jim. Riley playing playing Paylor Crumplebottom, and Ian playing Ryan Walker. We return to our story so far as our lovely little adventuring party is doing normal D&D adventuring stuff. Last session was kind of boring. I also kind of tuned out for half of it. So don't worry about it. We're in the now.
All right, I'm a little disappointed. I thought you were gonna like make something up and.
Okay, so last time as we defeated the Demi-Lich Zizarak. Oh fuck, that's his.
That's me.
Zizarak.
Cool.
He reverted back into a child, and then we took him adventuring.
When we defeated the Demi-Lich Valdo. That's a name, right?
That's a D&D name.
We were able... Yeah, that's a D&D name. We defeated Valdo the Demi-Lich. We were able to end his grasp on the land. There was, at one point, Twyla Durkin did a backflip off a wall and stabbed a skeleton through its face. Old Man Jim had that one really good turn undead, which got like half the room and just wiped them all out.
Almost himself, too.
Yeah, almost himself. And then he had that really good one-liner.
Because he's so old.
Which one.
Because he's so old.
Yeah. Admittedly, that was arguably powered by Paylor Crumplebottom, again, played by Riley. So, I mean, it happens. Ryan Walker also jumping in on that undead slaying with his not divine intervention. What's the paladin one called?
Divine Smite.
Divine Smite. Thank you. And actual Zizarak, not the false Zizarak, the other Demi-Lich.
Is that actually a Demi-Lich in D&D?
Of course, definitely.
I don't think so.
Not the one from episode 1 where there was that whole mix-up, and there was like the fake party member, and then we found out which one is which, and you have to decide which one to shoot, and we don't know which is the real Zizarak.
Nico Veas is left-handed. Bang!
Wait a sec. I don't know why Zizarak's dad is coming into play here, but okay. We did start in his bar, so true. We did start in his bar, though, so that's important. Anyway, we continue our story in progress. Like I said, I tuned out most of the last session. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it wasn't like
it was a long week.
Yeah, it's
2
not
weeks.
like it was very exciting. So
true. It was almost a filler episode. Gonna put it bluntly.
Okay. All right. So I think the only way to do this properly is have everyone explain who they are. You're all here. You're all on a mission. I will explain to you the world, but I want you to talk a little bit about your character, what they look like, who they are, maybe how they dress or weapon they wield, right? Something to that effect. And then I will actually lay out the scene for you. This should be pretty old hat. We've been playing these characters for a really long time, so this is really just for any of the new people who might have shown up in chat.
Yeah, well over a year now.
Well over a year.
Who wants to go first? I will.
All right, Old Man Jim.
Old Man Jim. So Old Man Jim, when you look at him, you'd see he essentially looks like someone who has seen it all, because he pretty much has. He does have scale armor on, but it's covered by a cloak that's a beige, like tattered. Looked like it would drag along the ground for a long time, but it's like frayed at the edge like that. And he's got gray, very gray, like almost white hair, that you can see some strands of black hair, like from a former, like how he used to live when he was younger. But it's mostly gray at this point, mostly gray. And he's got a beard, much like my actual person. Has a beard that is also gone very gray, hides most of his face. It's got scarring and stuff underneath his beard, but it's covered up by his beard. He is a cleric of and by trade, and he carries around a mace and for hand-to-hand protection. Carries that on his side, and a crossbow on his back, just in the event he needs to, he's out of viable spells or something like that. He'll use cantrips, but sometimes a good old arrow will do. Bolt will do. So that's what you see with him. He's rather short. He's like, I would say like 5'6". He's very, very frail. And he's 5'6", very skinny. Kind of looks like somebody who's dealt with a lot. So that's him.
Nice. Who up next?
I can go if no one else wants to just yet. I am playing an Aven who goes by the name Yadagarasu, named after the three-legged crow who in Eastern mythology lives in the sun, is like a messenger of the gods sometimes. He appearance-wise looks similar to a crow. He's got dark feathers and that sort of thing. I've got my little token for him right here. That it's a little artistically rendered, but same sort of thing. He has robes, kind of monk robes in sort of blues and greens, with a cloak kind of awkwardly between his wings. In combat, rather than like most other monks wielding a staff, he does have a short sword that he doesn't usually mess with. He is able to invoke his astral self, which summons two kind of glistening wings that shimmer through a rainbow of colors, almost, usually appearing like white or gray, which he's able to strike with at a range pretty depthly. He, when the need arises, is able to fly around a little bit, get up to places, occasionally do kind of dive bomb attacks with the wings, that sort of thing. He's a good guy at heart, a little aloof, but in general, not a terrible guy, just a little disconnected from reality.
Not a terrible guy. Bit of a drinking problem.
He doesn't drink. No, that's not his jam. He's just he's here. This all exists, but it's not he's still quite disconnected from the whole situation.
Right.
Yeah. He's, I want to say, like kind of middle-aged for an Haven. I'm trying to remember his height and stuff. He's 32, about 5 feet tall, relatively light because he's a bird man. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Oops. Jeez, sorry. I was trying to open something. It was being awful on my computer.
It happens.
It does happen. All right,
Who wants to go next?
I guess I'll go.
Okay.
So, Paylor, Crumple Bottom, pretty much like a small, gnomish type of character. Oh gosh, I don't know his normal height for gnomes. Maybe he's like about three and a half feet tall.
Yeah,
that seems right.
I think that's reasonable.
But
Yeah,
jacked.
yeah, he's pretty cut, but he doesn't like wear obvious stuff to kind of like show it off. In fact, he kind of like covers himself with very like ornate like very light armor, not like heavy plate and stuff. And he's not a big like weapons guy. He's more into the spell casting and everything. So he's got just like a beautiful like golden dagger that's more for show. And last case, he's got like a lot of symbolism for the Church of Paylor, and he looks probably like what someone in their mid to late 40s would look like human wise. So he's not actually in his mid to late 40s. He's older. I don't remember exactly how old gnomes live. I think it's like 500 years.
They're longer lived.
Yeah, so he's like up there. He looks pretty like wizened old. He's got like that salt and pepper look, but his skin looks very like rosy and lively still. He doesn't have like a bunch of wrinkles. He looks very I guess like he looks like he's got great vitality. He's got long like flowing hair and a big long flowing beard, and he kind of resembles like half gnome, but also like half god, and his eyes glow a golden glow.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Oops.
Twyla, Zizarok, or Ryan?
I can go because I'm just any other player on this stream. I'm just another person.
Just
Yeah.
person.
Ryan Walker, known as Ryan Walker to his friends and close ones, but known across the land as the folk hero, he who walks behind cornstalks, a sort of Johnny Appleseed type character who travels from place to place, seeking out and rooting out corruption and carrying a message of life and what are the other tenets of the oath of the ancients?
I gotta step away 1 second. I'm sorry.
That's
life
fine.
and light.
Yeah.
And he's a human, taller fellow, kind of loping a little bit, lanky, always seems like he's leaning a little bit towards the sun. Wears a straw hat and splint mail with a cloak made of leaves. And he's got like like good-natured features, hair the color of straw, and also carries a very large scythe with knotwork and runes all along the handle.
For the grain.
Yeah, for the grain, for the harvest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would it
Because
be anything else?
the harvest always comes.
Oh, yeah. All right. Twyla or Zizarok?
So Twyla is a Durgan, and I don't know if you can see that. Look at that. That is Twyla.
It's a cute token.
Yeah, so Twyla loves to paint in her spare time. And she also, she likes to fight. She's got a big old warhammer. She's not afraid to use her fists when she wants to grapple. And she wants power. Someday she is going to be at the top of her clan's faith. Top priest.
Yep.
She's on the younger side, younger adult of the Durgans.
Also a knoll somehow, but you know.
Wait,
That's-
noble.
That's just because I'm bad at making characters, as it turns out.
Hey, nobility for the swap people.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know if Dan LA is here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know if you were busy.
Not anymore. He got to sleep
Yeah.
right as I. Oh, he just woke up. Crap. Yeah,
You hate to see
am.
it.
Huh?
You hate to see it.
Yeah. Okay. No, I fell back asleep. Maybe. Who knows? This could be a ride. I am playing Zizzy Veas. Short for Zizarok. He is a dark-furred tabaxi, very, very dark gray. He is the son of Anara and Nico Veas. He followed in his father's footsteps in training to be an artificer, but he took a different path. Instead of the more natural arts of artifice, he went down the more mechanical route, training to be a battle master. When he was a teenager, he was a bouncer for the bar, Nico's place, with him and his steel defender, who takes the form of a four-legged, one-eyed hound. It's like a cyclopean hound, just one big eye right in the center of its head.
You love to see it.
Yep.
No depth perception though.
None. Well, beyond 25 feet, but you know.
Right.
Zizzy wields a heavy crossbow, as well as a rapier. Mostly he sits at range while he sends his steel defender out into battle. But he will engage in some fancy footwork when somebody gets close.
Nice.
What was your steel defender's name again?
You had to ask, huh?
It was
Rufus.
Oh, I was gonna say Boiler. That's always my go-to for
That's-
steel defenders.
That's pretty funny, actually. Boiler's pretty funny.
I stole it from my mom.
Your mom is much funnier than you are.
Yeah, she is.
That's usually how it goes, though. We're just shitty facsimiles of our parents.
Mood.
Or improvements as they intended.
Anybody who's actually an improvement on their parents, I would like to meet.
Mood.
I kid.
Also,
Alright,
sorry.
No, seriously, I'm their kid. That's how that works.
Oh my god. Get out!
Nailed it.
Anyway, Dave, what are we doing this time?
Okay. So let's talk about the world, okay?
Mhm.
All right. The world is this place, you know? What the heck did I call them? So most of this, like many of my greatest D&D sessions, most of this was written either in the shower or half asleep.
Mood.
So the world, all that's left of it is this burning ember, right? At some point, it blew up. Or maybe the sun exploded and crisped it. Nobody's really entirely sure, but the world is functionally an asteroid, constantly on fire. And then that same thematic, like eclipsed sun in the distance is just forever burning this, dark red and orange. But almost everything is cast in shadow. Hopefully this doesn't invalidate anybody's character ideas.
I guess I'm not leaning in a particular direction since there's no sun to lean toward. cards.
You can have done things before shit got bad, right? Like that's completely fine. The world, anything that you want to be like, yeah, you know, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year, whatever it is, right? Like it doesn't really matter when this happened. This isn't it's always been, right? Like it's just the world is now, right?
Yeah.
The heroes failed. The world sucks. This is the truth. So the places
I'm not from this world. I don't care.
yeah, right. The places that people can live are living bastions of like original or purified light. And you know they are kept going by these songs and these choirs sung out by the faithful, right? So like 4 or 5 or 6 people get together and you know like begin humming and begin praying and you know bring clean purify the light, and then like you can grow food in it and you can live for a little while and keeps the not necessarily the darkness but like you know these fell beasts at bay, right? So when you go out beyond like you know these screens of light that protect you, there's not a ton of danger. First off, it is just dangerous, right? But again, not a lot of things can survive. So you're mostly running into giant shambling mounds that are primarily pumpkins, and you know jack-o'-lanterns with gnashing teeth, will-o'-wisps, which are the remains of any human who did get caught out there. And when I say human, I mean any living creature, right? They're just rendered down into basically just a angry soul with burning rage. And then for some reason dwarves are fine. Like they've definitely lost their society a little bit. Like they're kind of wayward. They're in scrap armor and they hunt pretty much anything that moves and then eat it. They are feral. They are cannibalistic. They have a society of their own, but you're not likely to be able to join it. I don't think we have a dwarf in the party right now, do we?
No.
Okay. That was by design, but you never know when somebody sneaks a dwarf in the last hour.
Oh, did I mention Cornstalk's a dwarf now?
Yeah, so that like it's very quick, it's down and dirty, but you picture, you know, an oversized meteorite hurling through space with tiny little, you know, screens of light, like, you know, tents basically that have been put up, you know, in towns as we know it, you know, are like rarely more than 100 people because it's hard to even get a couple people that are able to be this, you know, like protector of the world, and then they're singing all the time to keep people safe. So you all have, you know, everybody's got proficiency in, you know, vocal skills, because at some point in your life
like,
you have sung if you've lived on this world.
Yeah.
It's like the Grinch Who Stole Christmas ending, but like on loop.
Right. Yeah.
And the alternate is we all die.
Yeah, you all catch fire and die.
Mhm.
So
I mean, there's a reason why almost every party member has some religious connection.
It worked. Not even on purpose. This episode actually starts with a witch or perhaps a hag circling very, very high up on a broomstick. And she is very clearly searching for something, but we do not know what it is. We just see her, and she probably has like, you know, goggles of the eagle or something, right? Little set of binoculars on the little stand, and she's searching for something, and we see her just right snapping across the map, looking for things. We just see that for a brief moment, get the idea that okay, somebody's out there, someone's looking for someone, right? And then we hard cut to the party, of course. For whatever reason, for whatever designs that you deem worthy of your time, you are all following a lead on like an original pool of radiance, which is to say like liquid light. Something that could protect a town or a civilization, something that you could like treat a building with and then inhabit. There's not much of it around. It's very rare, very jealously guarded. Those of you who are not from this world may have designs about jumping through it, or, you know, bathing in it and getting visions of the future. Think that weird cave from Thor Dark World. Everybody else,
That's a reference.
Yeah, everybody else, this is just like it's a chance to live, right, and keep your home safe. So you don't know where it is. You're looking for it. Where do we join all of you?
So after our previous encounter with dealing with that lich, we returned to whichever towns. Calling it a city doesn't feel quite right given the size, but like the town that has Nico's place in it, because that's become our rough home base.
Yeah, that's fine. And like literally, there would be like 5 buildings would be fucking impressive. You know what I mean? Like they might not even be all connected. You might have to run across the burning everything to get there. Hey Tay, how are you? Tay has been hanging out and watching the Zweihander games on Tuesdays.
Nice. So welcome to this.
Yeah, this is a much like the last night. This is a night to join us.
Oh yeah,
as we yell about everything.
I know we all got our long rests and we all have all our stuff back. We got our lead. Did anyone else have any last minute preparations that we needed to do, or are we good to just go out?
Down any exhaustion levels? Now no spells. It's a great time to start an adventure.
I mean, we just finished that arc, so
true.
We need to be prepared for the next one.
True.
So so we're all at the. Are we all back at the Nico's? That is what we decided.
Probably, yeah. I think that's where, because we can get cheap or free board there because his son's in our party.
Right. Yeah. So I think.
What's this infused item? You just hosing my entire campaign setting?
Oh. All right.
Maybe. No, I'm just incapable of operating the character sheet with one hand.
Oh,
that's a big mood.
I just didn't know if you were like, actually, this weirdly it says it purifies light and makes any land hospitable for up to 50 people.
Wow. Wild.
For a free action.
Yeah, that's how
every day
works, right?
Yeah, pendant of livable land within a 50-foot radius.
Came out in
sphere.
Xanathar's Guide to Fuck Your DM.
Yeah. Did you guys? There is the Tasha's one coming out, which sounds interesting.
Yeah. If we had only been level 9, then I could get plant growth. So
dang it! I mean, I guess that's what we get for not having a druid in the party. So
it's true.
But yeah.
So everybody's in the bar. Like you see from outside, old man Jim. Because he's been sleeping in the alleyway, and he doesn't
have a room, Jim.
He's comfortable in the streets.
Okay.
Really?
You think I'm about to trust all you people with my belongings? Be quite the mistake.
And he's just like side eyes everybody in the room as he walks in.
Well,
anyway,
I suppose that we can
have some food, and his bones crack as he's, walking across. What's for breakfast?
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of ground to grow food, although you have to grow whatever you can. But like, man, somebody might have brought in a pumpkin harvest recently.
True.
A blossom of food.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what you did there.
Along with
Thank
normal...
you for acknowledging it. I stared daggers at Tristan. He just blinked and looked away.
What? So I was thinking about the normal like food we get, like the occasional like breads and meat pies and thin broth that occasionally shows up.
I think I'll take some of your prize-winning gruel.
And he points at whoever is closest to and somewhat resembles somebody who would cook food.
Right. You've got food, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever wants to be that person can jump in.
Okay.
I can provide you with some food.
That's why I liked you the best of all everybody. You're the best. And he rolls his eyes.
What sort of you said that we don't have a ton of plants, but I picture this character as being very much vegetarian, vegan.
Sure. I mean, you're in a town, right? Yeah, like you might have stuff growing on you. You might have like a seed backpack, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just gruel, whatever you got, just fill up my belly. That's all I want. Just something to get me through the day. And my taste buds are all gone. Don't even matter. Just fill me up.
I realize now that I have no idea what's going on, but we're at Nico's place. Is there like a person who makes food here that I might be able to help out?
Is there a Nico, mayhap?
It's his place. Think there would be a Nico, but I don't know. Dan is the final arbiter if he's alive.
Nico or Anara.
Oh yeah, they're both chilling. They've been up all night prepping for the next day's meals. Anara's made an assortment of lightly flavored gruels, and we've got like some, I don't know what kind of meat is around here, but some roast something in the back.
The roast beast.
Yes, the roast beast.
Pig's always good. They'll eat anything.
Pig on a stick.
Right, they'll eat anything. What?
Someone was just attacked. We need to all roll initiative.
Squid's been attacked by her cat.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, did it like actually jump up?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Sorry.
It jumped up on my chair, scared the crap out of him.
Oh, I was looking away. I'm sorry.
So yeah, he would just go over to the corner. He'd start eating it.
Right. I'd probably take something he's used to simple meals, maybe in a nicer place than this, but yeah.
I think Paylor is kind of like sitting off in the corner, just kind of like meditating.
Should join him in that meditation.
I think Nico would call out from the back, like, "You guys are gonna pay for it this time, right? We got to make a living here."
Oh, you're that hard up for copper, are you? I'll give you my copper.
An otherworldly being such as myself has no need for worldly possessions.
You'll get your pay, Nico. Don't worry.
And Anara would kind of just walk up and be like, "Just leave him be. We'll take whatever you can spare. Don't worry about it."
He's like, "We're never gonna run a business like this, woman."
Here, I'll give him a gold, just to placate him for now. I don't need it.
I mean, is
this
gold
metal.
actually the currency? If like,
I give him a piece of currency.
I forget if I read it, if it was something like that was actually from history that they were trading iron. Like it was like metal coins, but it was because you could melt them back down and turn them into tools.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I could say that, like valuable, like actually valuable metals and stuff. So I give him a piece of currency. I don't need it. This is, assumedly, just some type of metal.
Isn't the dwarven currency human teeth?
Probably. I mean, that sounds
Yeah.
accurate, right?
Yeah.
They're hard to replicate.
Yeah, true.
They're fun to play with.
They're in limited supply.
They're in limited
You can't really counterfeit them.
Right.
They make a really nice clickety-clack sound when you roll them.
All the
You
more.
can have a pouch full of them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, I guess we're reasonably so struggling to get moving a little bit. So, are we all good with it just like being what passes, like whoever comes through that passes information, you pay somebody, right? Like, well, what news of, the other towns and everything, right? And they're like, oh, I hear, there's a pool of radiance out near the freaking mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
in the
Fergenshire Mountains.
The Fergenshire Mountains, of course, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Fergenshire, you said.
Well, we need to do something to save these lands, so let's head to the Fergenshire Mountains.
This is how D&D is done, everyone.
Of
I
course.
just want you to know.
I am honor bound to return light to this world. Let us go.
You slam your spore ale down once.
You may lead the way.
All right, cool. So we're in agreement. Everybody's going.
Yes.
Yeah. We got to save the world.
Good.
I need
good.
to get some of that radiance.
Yeah.
That's only a little. I'm not going to be greedy.
Yeah, good thing this isn't the gate. That's all I'll say.
Oh, true.
Can't save the world.
Mhm.
Okay, so I see two ways we can do this because I didn't specifically write rules for the world because you have to go out in it, right? Like the adventure is not going to all happen in here.
Yes.
Do we want to consider there's some sort of like timeliness aspect? You have to get back under the shelter under a certain amount of time, or do we want to say like people have like suits and stuff, so it's like you're safe out there, but there's a danger of like them getting damaged or stolen or whatever?
I'd imagine closer to a time limit, just like because like I know for like if we're all wearing suits, it could just get a little clunky. It feels like.
Yeah, I agree.
Whereas if it's just like the longer you're out there, you are in a hazardous environment, and just like you need to return, otherwise slowly you will wind up probably as a wisp. Or just the fact that there's enough dangerous stuff out there, even if you're able to ward it off with some willpower or magic or whatever, something's gonna get you.
Okay.
Like you can't live out here. Sleeping out here is gonna get you killed.
Sure.
Like
Guess watch out for the weekly spontaneous combustions.
yeah, just
They
like
put them up on the board.
it's uncomfortable. It's also probably just physically super unpleasant. It's super hot.
Yeah, it's
Like-
super hot, and like in this universe where space is normal, like the solar winds are just tearing through this place because
Yeah.
there is no atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
It's also
Like-
it's probably incredibly loud, truthfully.
Oh yeah, like there's enough stuff that's just battering us down, even if it wasn't just magically us burning to crisp. Like you can't build a farm out here. The heat and the winds are gonna destroy any crop.
Right.
Like you can try and build a shelter and it'll get blown down and collapse on you. Like that's why it's got to be that magical light, which isn't getting dunked on.
Sure. Okay. So does anyone do anything in particular before they head out, or are we good? We do it.
I'm good.
I'll do a quick prayer to the ancients that they guide our journey.
Ooh.
I see. I'll just watch intently,
So I'm
inquisitively.
gonna drop this in chat here because I was thinking about it and I didn't end up getting to do anything with it. My buddy's father-in-law is actually the artist here. And I was talking to him one time, and he was like,
heck yeah.
and he was like, yeah, I get picked on all the time because that is not an earthly rock formation. That does not exist in nature. And I'm like, and I'm actually surprised because I thought he said like maybe it was just like a series he did of them, right, where they all had that same sort of thing, right? Maybe he did like a John Carter series. Where he did like the repetition of the same rocks, but I remember he was saying like his artist friends were picking on him for making these weird, impossible art sculptures. But like,
That's cool.
yeah, the art's a little thirsty, but
Yeah, but like
It's
at
very
least
80s.
at least it's everybody. I can live
Like,
with
have
it
you
when it's
guys-
everybody.
yeah. Also, have you guys seen the heavy metal like the movie one? Oh,
Yeah.
that movie was thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I picture. That cat is destroying your chair, Squid. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I know. I think she's mad because I kept kicking her out today.
Yeah,
Oh.
reasonable.
Revenge.
So Ian, do you want to roll anything? Do you want to try religion? Are you casting a spell, or are you just like
No.
beseeching?
Yeah, just doing a sort of prayer he learned long ago for the good of the crops and good harvest, which at this point, it's like the world is beyond any of that, but he still prays it in the hopes that someday it might be satisfied.
Sure.
Mhm.
All right.
Big mood.
As you finish your prayer, and we see, he's like the last one out the door, and we do like, like a like an aperture fade, right? For just a brief moment, we flash and see that same witch on her broom, up high above the area. What was that? Let me cut away again. So yeah, we don't need to necessarily narrate every single thing that's happening. But true to the EDice form, I will take a perception for keeping awares, a stealth if you want to be moving unseen. That's optional, and a survival to navigate your way towards the Flinkaflurbia Blurbin mountains or whatever we called them.
I have 6 for perception, 5 for stealth. If anyone beats those,
I've got +4 for survival.
I've got
Five
+6
for
on
survival.
stealth, 5 in perception.
all right. Want me to do the perception? Start this off.
Yeah, I think you do perception. And did somebody else have stealth?
Yeah, I have a 6 in that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. Here, I'll
Okay,
start.
go for it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, I forgot to turn that off.
Wowza.
Yeah.
That's a
all
roll.
right. Yeah, it is. I mean, what else? What else? But I get 2
Twice.
twice. I mean, I forgot. I thought I had already
I know, but
turned
it's
that
still funny.
setting
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
All right.
I
That's a
can't.
perception.
The winds are buffeting me
Yeah.
too much.
Optional stuff.
Oh wait, I think I have a skill. Well, no, hold on.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I have a thing that gives me the ability to help someone and give them +5 to their
Ooh.
roll.
You might actually like as crummy as that roll was. It might be more advantageous to save that for something that's less like
That
more
has-
right
have a
on the
chance
edge.
to win.
Yeah.
I get to do it 5 times per rest.
That's fair.
So-
If you would like.
For 13.
Nah, we'll save it.
I mean, if it has to be somebody else,
All
I
right.
can roll the stealth. and you can do
13's
it.
not like we also haven't seen the stealth and the survival checks.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is if we want to use it on my stealth that I can roll because we both have a 6, that way you can use the ability on somebody else.
True.
So that way,
So just in case, it's not a crit fail at least.
right? Okay, I'll try to roll the stealth.
All right. 12.
8th level characters,
Still-
guys.
Yeah. 8s and 12s, getting +6s to these rolls. We could get up to a 26.
You
This
could.
is pretty on par for how we've been the past sessions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember, I think you guys died the first session of the last campaign, right?
Yeah, we did, but
No.
whatever. Anyway, who's rolling our survival? Did I hear a +5 or a +6 or something?
Uh,
I have a 5.
yeah.
That sounds
I
like
think
that
that's
wins.
All
If
right.
you want to, I was going to say, if you want to work together, you can take advantage on this one.
So,
So you don't
18?
see shit coming. You have no clue where you are, but you are
I'll-
fairly
I'll-
hidden.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll assist that for the advantage.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're surviving.
Oh,
solar-
I read those wrong. I thought that was a stealth, not the survival. Okay, so you do know where you are, but you're not hidden, and you have no clue what's around you. Situation excellent.
Yeah.
The solar winds are too
Yes.
much.
Let me go ahead and just modify this map real quickly.
I'm still not used to this environment.
Yes, I'm used to the environment being much nicer.
Yeah, I would like a nicer environment, please.
Mhm.
Please, sir. Sir.
Ma'am.
All right, let's move you over, and then I'll add some rocks to this shit.
Oh, wow, that is...
Oh, dear.
Cool
I
rocks.
actually really like it, though.
Cool rocks. Cool rocks gives us no responses. Damn.
That's
Just,
tragic.
just normal rocks.
Rock.
That's not a cool rock. Get out of here. These rocks are
Dang.
cool. These space rocks are fucking awesome.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, look at these fucking rocks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They're red.
They're
Uh,
positively glowing.
they are. That one has a border around it.
I hate that. Makes me sad.
It's big. It's a real big rock.
It almost looks like dragon scales.
It's a big rock.
Kind of. It's cool.
This is my chi
Sounds-
for when,
Things have borders.
yeah.
Get a little less border.
Yeah.
Long.
Yeah,
it's
it gets-
long rock.
It gives
Long
me
rock.
it gives me just a little
Yeah.
to work with.
Can you? Oh yeah, layer something. Yeah, there you go.
Dude, hello. Oh yeah. Yeah. We know all the tricks.
Oh, that's looking good.
Yeah. Look at these
Um,
sick fucking rocks.
Where
Are you kidding me?
about on the map are we? So I can throw out my token. Top. All right. Yeet.
Yeah, if you don't have a token, just use your normal character one. That's fine.
We all have character tokens.
Do you all
we
have
do.
tokens now?
Yeah. After 30 some odd sessions, we have tokens.
I would think that, and here we are.
Okay. You know what?
However, I don't know how to drag it over.
So you click
After
and hold
35
the name
sessions.
Old Man Jim, and then drag, and it'll be like in a little box.
Oh,
and you
look at
put-
that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. I got him.
Yeah.
I IRL have used Yeet in a banishing spell. That seems like it would work. That should honestly give you a bonus.
Yeah. And then just as a rock. Oh! I didn't realize the eyebrows of my token are transparent, so I have orange eyebrows at the moment.
Interesting.
It's an odd.
It's a choice, but okay.
I mean, I think normally there's a base. Like you'll notice. That Ryan, Mr. Walker, Cornstalk, whatever you want to call him, has the little border around him. I just toggled that off.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Please call me Cornstalks. Everyone does.
That's not what I want. Hold on.
But your name is Ryan.
Well, yeah, you know me as Ryan, but a lot of people know me as Cornstalk.
But that is not your name.
Some people have more than one name, use different names around different people, different purposes. Who knows? If we get through this, you might find yourself having another name.
Too many names. Too many names.
Sorry.
Strange. Oh, those are some good looking rocks, though.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. For
That
whipping it up
actually
real quick.
Yeah.
I like too that it's a very different visual identity than anything we've done too. That is also.
Oh yeah. I
Chef's
will say, as far as marching order, I would try and be towards the. Almost all of us want to be towards the front. Is the thing.
Yeah.
It's fine. You guys can walk in like a elongated V or something, like an arrow. Or
I guess
a bow.
I have pretty good moves, so I'll stay kind of middle, and I can still make it into combat.
I mean, Old Man Jim's moving slow, so.
Yeah.
Is this Twyla?
That's Twyla, because she's painting.
I was assisting you with the survival, so I might as well be right next to you.
Mm-hmm. It would be feasible. I'd probably be like flying like just a few feet in the air and keeping pace. I don't like the ground here. It's not right.
Sand everywhere.
Of course.
I
It's in
hate
everything.
sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
Sand.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't. It's I mean, this planet, the ground's probably really painfully hot.
Yeah, right
and
up till it's freezing.
And he doesn't wear shoes, so being like, and he has a fly of 30, so he can keep pace.
Yeah.
Like-
So and like tell me the conversation that like we come in at, right? Because like this is shot in such a way that like we're peeking over rocks looking at the party, and we the audience know that something's about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But like, are you telling? Do people know that you're from a different world? Do people know that you're trying to leave?
The party probably would. Also, the fact that he's like a weird Birdman who, like, I imagine, like, even just his clothing, like, he wears like light, colorful robes and sashes and stuff. Like, he's like weirdly, vibrantly dressed. He's a big, shimmery Birdman. Anyone who's seen him fight, he just makes magical, like, holy wings. Like, the whole party is going to be a little weird looking. Like, we've got, like, weird old man, like, buff, like, gnome guy. Like, it's a strange looking party. But when you've got strange looking party with a Birdman who flies around and talks about, oh, God, I hate that. Oh,
What?
oh, that
Big.
token. Oh God.
Is
That's
that
quite dope.
is that Yugi's dad?
Maybe.
Something. Oh God. Holy shit.
Oh, man.
Oh, I hate that. That is, I mean, it's accurate, but it's cursed. Like, yeah, he's made it pretty clear that he is here to learn of their, like, this is a place where light and holy energy is just, it's that and basically pure fiery death. And seeing like kind of that line and trying to learn from this, like, it's like he's very much an outsider, and he's made that very clear. This is not his jam, but he is here. He will learn, and he will hopefully obtain some of this light essence.
Nice. Okay.
Not all of it. He doesn't want to like steal it all for himself because that's greedy and not great. But like a vial of it, a jar. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's what we come in on, right? Is Yagaratsu. What's your name?
Yatagarasu. That's fine. No
I
one
was
is.
I was way closer than I expected because
Oh, yeah.
I fucking like closed my eyes through a dart.
I mean,
like,
at
at
this
a
point,
window.
it may as well be a running gag that everyone gets it wrong, like or calls him something just Yada or call him Gara. I don't know.
Yachter, the
Yachter?
the yacht otter.
Call him Sue. I don't know. I
It better be
imagine
tough
he
if
always
he's
gets the
if he's a bird
different
named
name.
Sue.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he is.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm curious if anyone believes him because he has protested an awful lot thus far.
But that's not. Sorry. About what?
Do you believe that he's not here just to take all of the radiance? Because he keeps bringing it up, and he keeps specifically mentioning, "Well, I won't take all of it."
I mean, he says it more tactfully than that.
Does he?
Yes. He speaks way more tactfully than me.
Ah.
He talks like Data.
I won't take all of it. I'll just need
I will take.
a vial.
I just
or
need
two.
some to learn and study.
Yeah, so
I don't know if Jim would believe him or not, but I don't know if he would necessarily say anything about it either. So
Seems like the party doesn't care.
I'm
Yeah.
adamantly about radiant energy being for the people.
as am I.
Thank you, Paylor.
Lord, follow me everywhere I go.
And then I will leave. Forever, probably.
Excuse me.
All right, I need. So wait, you were actually back here, right? And not the size of a mountain.
Sadly, no. But that would be great. Also, Zizarok's token is not yet in play. Dan, did you want me to just throw you in this little spot in the back row?
I got him.
Okay.
It's an AoE spell.
I mean, you know, oh, there's two of him.
Oh no.
The second one is his dog. I don't know.
There we
His
go.
dog would be here next to him.
All right,
It is its own entity.
There we go.
I need. Yagaratsu.
You talk, yeah, close
Yeah.
enough.
Twyla. And then we decided this is baby Vayas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. The three of you need to make DC 16 Wisdom saving throws. Okay, pretty good. All right, not quite. One more. Do you have a hand free, Dan?
I don't know if he's there.
He may have had to go AFK.
Shall I roll it for him?
As long as it's a good roll.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way to control that. Hey.
Oh,
Hey.
22.
Oh.
So
Wow.
he's got it.
Let's say he also can influence squids to make her pass. Hold on one sec.
Oh yeah, true. He could.
Sure.
That artificer thing is real nice. The battlesmith is a fun class. Like, you can sort of just do your thing.
Dan, is that cool? Do you wanna spend your points to save Twyla? Or is it only on skill checks?
I think I will pull it up. I think it's like anything.
You know,
Like-
I rolled that one for him.
Oh, gotcha. Well, good
Yeah,
roll.
yeah.
Good roll. I'm just
I
gonna
clicked
say
up.
he does that because he was willing to do it before.
Yeah, true.
And then that way,
And he has
no one-
5 uses.
and then that way no one gets hit. So the three of you feel an intense yearning. For just a brief moment, your mind just blanks, and staring in front of you, right? Just literally in the center of all of this, making zero sense whatsoever, and with no context, you see quote. An illusion. Well, I mean, you would know it's illusion. Crap. But you all passed, so you know it's an illusion.
Yeah.
Something that you choose. It could be a lost loved one, subject of I hate this word. Requited.
Unrequited love.
Requited. Yeah. Romantic feelings. Or simply a creature that just appears attractive and desirable.
Oh. Oh.
About
I
an
don't-
attractive pigeon.
Yeah, whatever. It literally says creature, not humanoid.
I have no idea what
Yeah, just for a brief moment, because you immediately shake it off as you're like, hold on,
All
they're
right.
clipping through the ground. No, none of this adds up.
yeah.
It's a sexy pigeon clipping through the ground.
Yeah.
Whatever Yada sees is we see the other twos, but you just see his reaction.
Oh, so we're left to wonder.
Yeah, you're left to wonder because he hasn't shown much interest in like anything.
Yeah. A take 10 knowledge local check will tell you that this is one of the many manifests of the Will o' the Wisps. And in fact, this one is a wisp of yearning. You should probably roll initiative.
All of us.
Haha.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
You don't have to, but you
I will.
probably should.
23.
Did you click your token?
I did click my token.
Nice.
As did I.
Nice.
I've played enough games on Roll20 to know how this works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did good.
I have too, but I don't do it often.
Yeah. We did really well. I'm impressed. I missed half the game. Some Will o' the Wisps tried to illusory out some something or someone that you would either be romantically interested in, someone that you pined or yearned for in your younger days, or someone you just could get easily distracted by. And everyone passed because we rolled for you.
Sweet.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you just got to roll a initiative if you have not already.
I have not.
I should mention that I have an aura of warding that me and friendly creatures within 10 feet of me have resistance to damage from spells.
Okay.
Paladins.
Oh.
Also, I have Paladin, the standard aura of protection. Whenever you are a friendly creature within 10 feet of you, you must make a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to the saving throw equal to your charisma modifier.
Nice.
So those saving throws got a bonus plus 3 to them.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Very
so
cool.
Squid passed even without the
Yeah, without the
interjection
hive.
of Dan.
That's cool. All right, Yatagarasu.
Mm-hmm. So I am going to, and I'm assuming this thing is like somewhere physical in front of.
Yeah. So you saw the vision for a brief moment there. You do not see the source of it currently.
All right, how far? Let me check how far away this thing was. Ooh, So I see that there's rocks in the way. What would be my best bet?
Mm.
All right. Well, first thing I'm going to do is knowing that there is danger around, I'm going to spend two of my key points
Yep.
to summon they're technically astral arms, but my astral wings, just because that's what they look like.
Sure.
And move. Yeah, I will then move forward to. Oh, sorry, I have too many tabs open. All right, and I can move 40 feet here. So I'm first going to move 30 feet forward.
Okay.
All right. Upon getting here, do I see anything else?
Yes, you actually see both of them.
All right.
This one appears to be a snickering little child, right? It's taken the form of a humanoid that is just like glowing and made out of fire, and it's like, and then it turns and looks at you, and it stands up, and the flare and acts. This one actually is just a series of bright lights that are shining, and so they're two different species.
All right. So that was, and am I correct that you can move in segments? Like you can move some of your move, and then.
Yes.
So I'm going to use the remaining 10 feet of my move to move to this spot right here. And this creature is now 10 feet away. So it's within range of my wings.
Nice.
However, I only get to make 2 attacks because it was that was a bonus action to summon them, so I still have my 2 attacks.
Nice.
Which I believe, I'm going to see if this actually works. I tried putting them in normal roll. So first attack.
Let's see.
11 is probably not going to hit.
11 does not hit.
Yeah. So wait. Yeah, 3 plus 5. What? Oh, proficiency. Okay, and the second roll. I'm assuming a 12 also does not hit.
Weirdly, no.
Wow, that's
you guys
wild.
turned it on for the initiative, and that was a
yeah a 3 and a 4. Woohoo!
All right, you all set?
Yeah, I'd probably call it the party. There's 2 of them behind the rocks. Once I was at a point where I could see them.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose. All right. I don't know who's faster between the child Vayas and Twyla. I don't know who's got a better dex.
My dex is a 14.
I've got a 16.
All right, I guessed right.
Nice.
The Child Vayas sounds like the prequel in a fantasy trilogy.
Child Vayas.
Yeah. I'm just going to. Let's see. 10, 20. Said they were behind the rocks?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like just the one to the right or behind both rocks?
I did say that there were 2.
Okay.
There's 2 behind the rocks.
Okay. I would go to there. Can I see either of them?
Yeah, you can see both. Same thing. The one on the left side of the screen is in the form of, like a 10 to 12-year-old humanoid child, right? And is like snickering and laughing, and the other one seems to be just points of light.
Oh. What did you do for your turn, Tristan?
I moved up here. I activated my astral arms, moved up, slashed at the fiery child, but missed both times.
Okay.
Semi-Stash,
Gotcha.
thank you for following the Electric Dice podcast.
Woo,
Now we
you.
see long boys.
I'm just going to pull out the heavy crossbow, and since I have repeating shot on it, I don't have to load it as one of my actions, so I can I think attack twice with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there's a baby.
And the kid is making noises at you.
Oh no!
Roll for cuteness.
It's great sound effects. That's the sound effect that Baby Vayas makes.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, Dan. I'm upset that you didn't put the baby on camera.
I mean, his camera's off, so.
My camera's on. You guys can't see it?
No.
No.
Well, if you refresh Roll20, then you'll be able to see it. That's what I did.
Oh, Dave can't see him. That's
Yeah.
So he's
I
not.
just
You're
thought
not
you
on
had it off
stream
because you
yet.
had the kid. Anyway, roll
Yeah.
your attack. Y'all. You all.
Wait,
10s,
How
11s,
do you-
12s.
fam, your stats are so low. You.
What do you mean? I have a 20.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a.
You're looking at the modifiers, aren't you? 2, 4, 5. No, none of this adds up.
Wait. Well, you know that you are able to use your intelligence modifier to
Tristan.
attack.
We have not much time.
Okay.
I did. I
A 6 and a
added
2
plus
won't
6.
hit on a even with a high bonus. And you already
True.
moved. Did you have anything else? Dan?
No, I'm done.
Okay, sorry. Twyla?
Does charging work?
Sure, why not?
Okay. So then I make a beeline. Past them. Bringing it down two-handed.
Okay, that's a hit.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's one more, unless you want a different weapon to be your +1.
Oh no, that one's fine.
Okay.
She prefers it.
Yeah.
She just comes down screaming, "You're not my Duncan!"
Okay, 14 damage. You got anything else?
You gotta love it.
I think you get 2 attacks, truthfully.
Yeah, that's right. Second attack.
Smash, smash.
Alright, that one unfortunately is not enough, even with its +1.
Oof.
So we will pass it along to Yugi!
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Boy.
Yugi boy!
Boy. Alright. I want to move up to where I guess I can see one or both. Is that like here or a little bit farther?
No, you gotta move further than that. You need to see
There?
both.
Well, if I can see both, or at least one.
Yeah, you can see. I'm good with both there.
Okay. Cool. Alright. I don't know. I guess everyone seems to be going for that one, so that's the one I'll go for.
Sure.
Magic Missile.
Oh, classic.
Yeah.
And that one even has a mouth to hit. What level are you casting it at?
Oh, he doesn't cast it at people's mouths. That's distasteful.
Oh,
Who would
excuse
do
me.
that?
Excuse
Ooh.
me.
It's terrible.
Yeah, he is a noble warrior.
Yeah, he just aims for the chest and tries to end it quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it? Freaking. Let me read it here. 1d4. So he'll do it at why the heck not? I think I got level 3.
Nice. Very cool.
Oh, wow, that's
So it's just 6d4 plus 6.
nice. You love to see it.
Truly. All right. And that was this one again too. This guy over here.
Yeah, it's the one that everyone else is going for.
Nice. Nice. Okay. So when you do that, this thing's head just right, and just like hot shooting flames are going everywhere. It's still somewhat there, but it's definitely not doing very well, as it's like all of its form is wandering around and undulating, and it's kind of flickering in and out of like a visible spectrum. All set?
Yep. Gone, you fellow creature.
All right.
That's on from this world.
All right. Corn stalks.
All
Folk
right.
hero.
Yes. I'll move up to here, and seeing that they seem to be doing good work against that thing over there, I'll use the rest of my movement to move over here and take a swipe at this thing with my scythe.
Okay.
Well, first, actually, bonus action, Branding Smite, because I have different paladin stuff.
Because you're a cool paladin boy.
I've never played a paladin before, guys. This is weird. So that's gonna be that's the next time I hit a creature. If I hit, then that damage is added.
Nice.
I believe. Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I will swing with my scythe. See if this macro works.
Nice.
Yeah.
And a hit.
Ooh, boy.
And damage. And I'll pour Divine Smite into it because you only live once.
Right.
YOLO, right?
At level 1, so that's going to be
So 30.
11. Yeah, that's going to be 30 damage with a single swing of my scythe.
That's awesome.
Holy crap.
Radiant is like one of the only things they are not resistant or immune to as well. You really snuck that in there. Yeah, this thing so this thing was a pile of lights, and you just walloped it. That's for sure.
And you'll love to see it.
People.
Is it there? Is it still up? Is it still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just very, very unhappy now.
That's my turn.
All right. Last but not least, Old Man Jim.
So, Old Man Jim is going to see what everybody's up to, and he's going to hobble himself up and try to end up right about where the child vase is. And which one kind of looks like it got hurt? They both are hurt, so...
This one looks like it's struggling to stay into this
right.
realm. This one is not.
All right, and the one that's struggling, he's going to grab it. That one, there's I'm just going to do a. Where'd it go? All right, screw it. He's just going to do a guiding bolt at it.
Okay.
Level 1 guiding bolt.
Sure. A lot of radiant power in this party.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's thematically fitting.
True.
All right. Does 17 hit?
Final answer?
Does 17 hit?
No.
All right. Well, then I guess he will, as a bonus action, he is going to cast the spiritual weapon over on the other one. I believe he can reach. Right? Yes, he can. So he'll cast a spiritual weapon over on that, and it's going to be like a cartoonish anvil. It's gonna, like, you know, like,
right.
Yeah, Gurk. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, I like it.
So let's see. He's going to go cast that. Can remember what I'm doing here. Spiritual weapon. Ugh. Yikes.
Yeah, it just phases right through it. The thing is not entirely on this dimension, as it's flickering, changing, shifting.
And I guess that'll be his turn.
All right. So I put my little dudes at the bottom. And they all survived, which is very exciting for me. I figured one of them was going to get ripped out. So the first two are going to slide in and consume desire. So Twyla and Yagaratsu. I bet you have plenty of desires, don't you? To be reunited with the one you love, to make it back to your homeland.
I misclicked that, sorry.
That's fine. I need both of you to repeat the save, going for DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
probably should have gone towards you guys to give you my aura of protection.
I like you right where you are.
Oh,
Weirdly enough.
Oof.
Final answers?
Let me see if I can pull any shenanigans, but I think that is final answer. Yep. That's final answer.
All right. 16 damage to both of you. If either of you are resistant to or immune to psychic, that is the type of damage that it is.
I cannot. I need to manually track my health because I can't click my token. There's a thing over it.
Oh,
Thing over all of yous.
Thank you, Dave. Or oh no, wait, okay,
All
there
right.
we go. Fix it. Thank
The
you.
second one, and I'm very excited about this. The
Oh,
second
boy.
one, so the first ones are wisps of yearning, and now that you're right up on top of it, Cornstalks, you know a little bit about this one. It's called a red wisp.
Oh,
Oh,
dear.
And
no.
the red wisp, it does a lot of cool things, but the one that I am most excited about right now is its lightning strike, which is
Ah.
60 foot long, 5 feet wide, and does a lot of damage to all three here. Just
oh,
wham,
oh.
wham,
Um,
honk honk.
Do we get a save?
on the bright side, I believe everyone is close enough to Baby Veas, or I'll actually call him Zizarak because that's his name, and he can give them pluses to those saves.
Yeah, I mean it's still a dex saving throw, so half the time parties laugh in the face of dex saves, but
True.
I specifically designed this guy without dex.
his
Oh,
Achilles heel is a single dex save.
zoinks.
All right.
All right, DC 17.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Nope, that one.
All right, and then who else we
What?
got? We got
Oh.
Nico, and we got.
oh,
I don't recognize this one.
Oh,
Everyone fails.
Oh, you love to see it.
oh, wow. I don't like to see that.
37 lightning damage rips through your party as this thing this crackling bolt from the center of its mass just rips up the ground in 100 different spaces.
Ew.
Yeah, no, it does a really good job.
Oof.
Unfortunately, that is all they can do, so we will pass it right back over to the top with Yatagarasu.
Yeah. And now, since I get bonus actions, I get more attacks.
Right.
So, first attack is going to go with this same wisp.
Mhm.
I missed him 3 times before. Let's see if I'll miss him 3 times now. Yep. So, there's 1 miss.
Okay.
I do, however, get 3 attacks.
Nice.
Here's 2 misses.
Oh
All right,
my
come on.
goodness.
Do 2
Uh,
trips. They're nice.
Ooh.
Oh, worse.
So I would like to point
Bold
out
move.
I have had 2 rolls above 10 this game, or 2 rolls above 8 this game.
Yeah, it's like it's the opposite world or something.
Oh no, we always get. I mean this is normal.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm guessing his AC is minimum 10 or minimum 18. If that's the case, I have a 50-50 chance each hit.
It is 18. All right.
You can say Zizzy.
Zizzy. Zizarach.
That's his nickname.
Zizarach.
Mhm.
Zizaracha.
Ooh.
No.
Right. When they save the world, he's just going to, rebrand into making hot sauce.
Sounds about right.
Got to do something at the bar.
You gotta do something. Yeah, what you got for me?
So that one on the right is the one that just shot the lightning, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remembering
I think
that the
you
other
had-
one is even more damaged.
Yeah, but this one hurt a lot.
It did hurt a lot.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn and do a double blast because I didn't have time to look at any spells at all, even though I should have a lot.
Look, man, you just join the club on people who did a fucking bad job prepping for this game. Honestly, fucking hand on my heart, swear to God, forgot I wrote that much about the world. Sat down thinking I was going to have to make it all up. Opened my notes and I was like, I did do this while I was asleep.
On the bright side, that's 2 hits.
That is 2 hits.
That is 2 whole hits.
Pew pew.
14. Can you do 16 on the second one?
Do it.
Can you?
I got an
I
8
don't-
on the second
Or
one.
will you do 12?
No, I got a 14 and 8.
I don't see the 8.
I don't see.
Oh,
There
it
it
is.
Okay.
I mean,
There
it's
it is.
something.
All
Twyla
right, so
could
22,
finish this.
right? Okay. All right. Twyla.
Yeah, I'm gonna bash that one again.
Bash their brains with a baseball bat.
Yes.
1,
Nice.
attack 2.
Oh!
Wow,
I
that's...
don't think this thing's alive anymore.
Oh, that's so close. Squid, you crit on 19 to 20s, too.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Oh,
So
yeah.
close. So close.
15 damage, though.
No. 17.
So,
It's a
the
plus 1
pluses,
weapon
yeah.
that I didn't build in. So
That's
17 and you did it to this one over here?
It was this one that I attacked originally, wasn't it? And then
I
that
think
one.
so. Just one of them.
Yeah.
One of them's dead if you were putting it on the same.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So that's 1.
Yeah. Boom. Paylor Crumplebottom.
Oh, that one's not good. And he turns over to the one that shot lightning bolt.
The red wisp.
Yeah, the red wisp. The wisp that is red. Is it actually red?
It's confusingly white.
Yeah.
Shh, it's fine. Don't
And the
worry
red ones
about
aren't.
it. It's metaphorically red.
Careful, spell fireball.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. Gosh, I forget how to play this game, so I'm just gonna.
Good thing you have careful spell, because otherwise
Yeah.
he would not pass that saving throw.
What am I doing here?
Oh,
It's a dex save. 8d6 fire damage on failed save.
Who were you blowing up?
Okay.
so I have Rampage. When I reduce a creature to 0 hit points with a melee attack on my turn, I can use a bonus action to move up to half my speed and make a bite attack. Can I bite this one?
Yeah. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll. Riley, who
straight
were
up.
you blowing up?
This
Oh, okay. And you're omitting corn stalks.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Boom. Get it.
Bite.
What's the damage on that though?
It's
Well, I mean, with a one hand, you should be dual wielding because you don't have a shield,
Mhm.
Oh, it was
which
a
is
bite
probably
attack?
a D10. Oh,
it's the
The
it's
bite,
the
yeah.
bite. This
Right,
is
I
the
forgot.
bonus bite.
I forgot. I think it's in there. I think it's just a D6, unfortunately.
It's still 2d6 plus strength mod.
Hey, there's a baby. We got the
Oh.
baby on stream.
Baby time.
Yeah, baby.
He's finally asleep.
Nobody
Yeah.
yell.
D6 strength.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah. So I put it in your abilities here. Racial, null. When you're proficient with your bite attack, melee weapon attack is a D6 plus your strength mod.
2d6 plus 5 ain't bad damage. Classic Twyla Durgan.
Here.
What was my saving throw, Riley?
Oh gosh. Spell save DC 15.
Okay. So I make that. So I take half, and I also am resistant to fire.
Mm.
I take
38, 15.
And
You don't take any, Ian. He cast it as a careful spell.
all right.
19 goes to 9.
9, yep. Because we're
Alright.
rounding down.
Still up.
Oof.
Wait, toad elevating moment. Can I say your name, or am I not allowed to do that?
I mean, Toad Elevating Moment is such a great name, though.
It is pretty good. It makes me pretty happy.
Yeah.
Cornstalks, you're up.
All right. Cornstalks is hurting, but I'm gonna make another swing at this thing, and I'll do the branding smite again. Also, I forgot this last turn. I'm a combat class, a martial class, so I actually have an extra attack, and I didn't take it last time.
Well, you get it now.
Okay.
Yeah, just take
So-
2. That's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tom. I don't know if you've ever seen these images that I'm linking in chat, but they basically give me life when all other hope is lost and gone. And, and
I don't know.
Anybody who wants to click it, you can.
I did. I don't know what that is, but I love it.
It's Babu Driver.
What is a Babu?
How have you not seen Star Wars?
I don't care enough.
Babu Frick.
Does a 16 hit?
16 does not.
Next attack. There we go.
That's a hit. And then you get one more.
All right.
Not that you'll need it, but yes.
Okay. So damage from that first attack, 10.
Don't forget the Brandon Smite.
Well, Branding Smite only applied to the first one, which I missed with, so.
That one's also dead.
It's
Guess what it does when it
Also-
dies?
explodes.
Of course it does. Everyone in 60 feet. All of y'all.
Everybody.
Is
blow
that a
up.
dex
Branding
saving
Smite,
throw?
You fucking
Okay.
wish. It's a wisdom saving throw. It
What the
leeches
fudge?
fear.
Is this technically magic?
It is not magic.
Oh,
Really,
oh my
guys?
god.
DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Oh, so I'm dead.
Hey, I made it.
Ugh.
Uh,
Holy crap.
What is these roll? What are they?
Y'all
What is
are-
going on?
3,
Y'all.
5,
Y'all.
and a 13 and a 14.
You know, I was concerned that me being away from you guys, not giving you the benefit of my wards and stuff would...
But our
Yeah.
rolls are so low. Oh, thank God. I can live on
Psychic
I-
damage as it leeches fear from you as with its dying breath. See, if I
Cool.
built this monster as opposed to just played it out of this crazy book my brother let me borrow,
Nice, lovely.
I would have also made it get that much HP back when it dies, and then it keeps exploding and leeching fear and then getting back up.
So it would never die.
Well, you just have to like ready action kill it when it drops or do massive damage. But yeah, so it looks like a bunch of you take 15.
Yeah.
For those of you that saved,
God.
that's it. You're good. You take nothing on a save, as it turns out. Once again, wouldn't have built it like that, but hey. It explodes. So here's the thing, and I do apologize, but I hinted at it a little bit in Discord. We are low on time, because I double booked us into an interview with Jason Anarchy. Are you okay with saying you kill this last Will-o'-the-Wisp?
Yeah.
That won't upset
Like-
anybody.
Yeah, Old Man Jim's at 1 HP, so that's fine.
Oh,
Okay,
you're a cleric.
give me.
We have a paladin, and maybe and someone else. I don't know.
Give
Yeah.
me the. Wow, I did not look at Discord in a little while. Y'all are actual monsters. Mostly Tom and Josh.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god.
Holy crap. I
we'll
love Knife Monopoly.
So that's I can't claim credit for that one. That one I saw.
Oh,
on
I
the
know.
feed.
I've seen it before.
Okay.
The most
Oh,
dangerous
wow.
game.
All right, we're gonna start with Old Man Jim. Old Man Jim, set us up. What is the first? So you're able to find like a little bit of shelter. Either you guys have a temporary shelter you set up or whatever, right? So you don't have to worry about being at 1 HP unless it like really works into your plan. But montages for us. Let us hear the first problem that the party must overcome.
Must overcome with what?
So a montage is done as framing a series of events where you talk about a problem and then somebody else suggests the solution for it and then gives us another problem, and that but you're starting it, so you have us just give us the first problem and somebody else will solve it.
Problem is that we are low on water. We've been traveling for a long time. It's super hot and we're thirsty.
Well, guess who has purify food and drink?
That's not create food and drink though.
But if we can find some food and drink,
Yeah, I mean that's what's nice about the montage, right? You're like you're like I find some. It's just impure, but I fix that. Okay, cool. So that's the solution, Ian.
Liquid out here that is available, but it's not. Yeah, it's tainted water or whatever. But I'm able to use
tainted water. Sorry.
I'm able to use purify food and drink to purify it for us.
Nice.
That's good.
Now you have to.
All right. So once we step back out, we run into a mirage that looks like the world that once was.
Oh.
Ooh.
And it brings you back. It really does, you know.
Yeah. Lush plants, people walking around, and it's very alluring. It's very comfortable. You want to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got this one. So I either don't know what this world once looked like or don't care. I will go to all of you and shake you all or smack you a little bit and be like, we must keep moving. Stop that.
Right.
And just like drag you all along because I don't care. This is something that has no meaning to me. Just, we got to keep moving, guys. And as alluring as it is, a Birdman shaking you is probably a good dissuasion.
Sure. Getting
yelled at by a bird guy. However, after that mirage, so this whole place is kind of fiery, but this next place is extra as there's geysers of flame that start just shooting out. There's like cracks through the earth, and just every like 10-20 seconds these giant spurts of flame are coming all throughout here. So if we're gonna have to figure out how to get through without getting burned to a crisp.
Nice. I actually have another problem on top of that. We brought back second edition. It's time.
No.
No,
it's not.
Yeah. All right. So
There's nothing I can do to fix second edition.
No, it's unfixable. There's no way to montage that.
Hold on, let me grab my DM screen with the table.
Yeah. Yes, you have the DM screen now. You can fix
all
this.
right. So, who is getting us through the fire geysers?
Right.
It has to be someone who has not gone yet. So it's going to be Riley, Dan, LA, or Squid.
Well, I haven't solved the problem, but I should probably be last because I started.
I think technically, yes, since you started.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you need ideas, the Discord is just rife with them.
Yeah. But first, how are we getting through the fires, guys?
Knife Monopoly.
You have to do the heavy lifting and getting it in there, but it is an idea, and all ideas are accepted.
Turns out the fire is just fire spirits, and we challenge them to a game of Knife Monopoly. It's a very heated match.
Ooh.
Next problem.
Yeah.
You're playing a game of Knife
I've literally never heard of this.
It's from some joke about the most dangerous game, and someone's like, yes, Knife Monopoly.
Well,
and the guy's like, oh, no, I was going to say Hunting Man, but what is this?
Yeah,
Knife
right,
Monopoly?
but instead...
I'm really interested in Knife Monopoly now.
Like, I was going to hunt you for sport, but...
Yeah, it's Paylor's own personal house rules.
Right.
All right, I got it. I used my
Okay.
bag of holding I crafted to capture all of the fire spurting out and just shoot it into the astral plane.
Mm.
Oh, that works, yeah.
Alright.
Knife Monopoly was our solution, but
Send
okay.
my steel defender out because he maybe can survive that a little better than me.
All right, so what's
So
the
what's
new
our
problem?
next problem?
Is what? Were we at daytime before?
You can be whenever.
Assuming, yeah. It's kind of like a desert area, right?
Yep.
All right, so night's fallen and it's just gotten like cripplingly cold in the desert.
Yeah, totally.
Ooh, I can do this one.
Uh-huh.
I got
Knife Monopoly.
so many warm. Yeah, Knife Monopoly.
Really get the blood flowing.
I've got so many like fire spells and like literally made of light and goodness. So just bask in my warmth.
All right, cuddling. Got it.
Yeah, just a big cuddle puddle.
Nice, a cuddle
Okay.
puddle. All right, so what's the last one?
Yeah.
What's the last problem?
There's one more. Squid needs to make and solve one.
Okay, well,
Solve and make one.
gotcha.
Think as we're waking, we notice a group of what is it? I guess that they wouldn't really be like cannibalistic, but they do eat people. The dwarves.
Thank you, the real senpai, TX713.
Thank you for following at this wonderful time of Knife Monopoly and Cannibal Dwarves. Spam those long boys.
Oh yeah, we spam the long boys now.
Mine boys.
Senpai noticed us.
God. All right, Squid, you got it.
Yeah, so Twyla just yells, "I'll give you something to eat and try my hammer," and just like
We're playing Whack-A-Dwarf.
I mean, reasonable. And then when she kills one, she rushes and bites another, just for good measure. I like
scares
it.
the rest of them off.
All right,
You want to eat me? I'll eat you.
what is the final problem? And we'll have Dan finish that one.
We get to a point where there's just like mountainous areas
Mhm.
and stuff, and we have to just go up old stairs.
Okay, so we have to climb a bunch of stairs.
Rickety, unsafe,
Rickety and safe stairs.
inconvenient.
Not fall off a mountain.
Not fall off a mountain.
So I think we'd be like, "Fear not death," and he'll cast Death Ward on anybody who is like about to fall. and then he also has a few revivifies afterwards, so he's good. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you make it. That's actually perfect, Squid, because I wanted the ending scene. I mean, I did say in the mountains, but yeah, like, so it's up inside of this cavern, right? It's in this nasty little cave, just this crack of the earth. You're pushing your way into, potentially lights or lanterns or something, trying to illuminate your path. And when you get in there, you realize you are not alone. There are, in fact, 4 figures. 3 of them on the ground, kind of like sloshing in between this, pool of radiance, right? This liquid light, whatever it may be. And I meant to look this up. So when I thought about it, yeah, I was like, the whole room, as you've kind of, the whole vault, right, this crack of the earth, as you've kind of pushed your way into it, is just this overwhelmingly, when I say sicky sweet, I don't mean like, too ripe plant, right? I mean like chemical danger, right? Like antifreeze, if you're familiar with that at all. And it's super sharp. It's like almost a little bitter on top of being sweet. And just like the little bit of light, what light would you be using? Because I don't imagine everyone has dark vision, right?
Someone probably has the light cantrip.
Yeah. Old Man Jim does.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
good,
I think I can do something
good
too.
call. Good call. As you can see, right, from radiating from this, these multicolored, multi-tiered, like rainbow patterns across everything, right? As these 3 creatures are sloshing around in this liquid stuff down here, right? We as the audience recognize them as Ebril, as Augustus, or no, I'm sorry, as IR, right? As Ebril, as IR. And the third one turns and looks and has no face. We cannot place it. There's a mask, for you never met that individual.
Oh, I
Um,
remember who Ebril was. He was from the farm. I don't remember IR.
he was the vampire in the basement.
Oh.
And the last figure is kind of back behind them a little bit, up on like just this little rocky outcropping. I mean, just, you know, a mere foot or two above this pool of radiance. And you know, she is standing there with her broom, right? Broom handle down, right? And then the straw and stuff up. And she's just got this wicked, devious smile that just screams, I know something you don't, and you're going to have to talk to me about it.
Who are you?
I wasn't sure if I'd have a copy or a duplicate here.
Speak not in riddles. Say your piece plainly.
It's the only way I know how, boy. You used to mean something.
Do you know her?
I don't believe I do.
I think you don't know her, but she knows you.
Mhm.
Oh.
Wise beyond your years, boy. Where do you think you come from?
I would give the name of the kind of avian bird plane.
Yeah, the sanctuary.
The sanctuary. I'm from the sanctuary.
Are you sure?
Yes. That is where I was born,
And
that is where I was raised.
And she points at, what did we say? Zazzy? Ziggy?
Zizzy.
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 She points at you.
Yeah.
Just points.
And she says, what about you? And points.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Sorry.
It's okay.
I come from a town not far from here. I always worked in my father's bar.
Yes, of course. Nico, I'll bet.
How did you know that?
And she looks at Twyla. Goes, no clue. Not a clue. Could be. Weird. She goes, that's the only one that makes any reals. No, both of you. She points at Paylor and Jim. You two. Well, it'll be real interesting to see what happens when you go through.
Go through what? What are you speaking of?
Well, you can bring that home. Your civilization needs gas, I get it. It's fine. You can ride out this dream, this little blink of time you have. But it won't last. No, because you're not real. Not really. You're just a fade, a memory, an echo, a reflection, a refraction. You're nothing. But I've been looking for this place for a long time. And if you've got any real adventuring spirit, come on through this gateway back here, this little door I found. See what's on the other side.
Is that where the radiance lies?
She goes, well, kind of. I think, I don't know it is radiance, but it definitely comes from the other side. But, you in particular, I really want you to come.
Zizzy steps forward. He's kind of brash and arrogant and doesn't really get it. So he's just like, how about we make you a memory instead? And raises his crossbow and aims it right at her.
And Jim would grab it, the crossbow, and said, wait.
Should we let her introduce herself first? She never answered my question.
I've been through portals. I've come a long way and done a lot of things. You can't tell me none of this is real. You can't. I won't believe you.
Well, like I said, I am willing to prove it, but There's no going back. You can't. You're not going to be able to undo this one. I don't care how much you'll want it, how much you'll regret it. But you're going to have to choose, and choose quick. You can slumber for another few nights. Maybe you'll make this world a better place. Or you can step into the real one, stop living in the shadows.
I have no connection to this world. I will go.
So we are a little over time, unfortunately, unless anybody has like a specific one-liner they want to get in now. We will begin the next episode, the final episode, with this weird crossover event, this blink of a world we created in one night. These heroes that are trying to do the right thing, either staying back and working to make this world a better place, or stepping forward into that brave unknown.
I do have one last line.
Yeah.
Real or not, where there's light, there's meaning, and these people, they carry the light with them.
That might be true, but like I said, nothing here is going to last.
That's all I got.
Yeah. And as the episode fades out, we just do this kind of like slow pan, right, where we zoom in. We would zoom in as we would pull back on the camera, so it's like that foreshortening.
Ooh, it's just a
trick.
weird thing.
Yeah. And we just see Jenny Greenteeth's wide gaping mouth until that is all that is there. Cool. Thank you so much for joining us on episode 35 of the Electric Dice Podcast, A Dream.
It was just a bad closing time reference, that's all.
Yeah.
No, I got you.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
Bye,
Yes, thanks,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Tune in to our other streams.
Right?